Every gilded cage is built with walls of comfort. The only question is what you're paying for them.
All right, let's jump right in. We are standing on the edge of a world where technology could, quite literally, separate your mind from your body. A world that promises a kind of digital immortality. But this incredible leap forward also forces us to ask one of the oldest, deepest questions there is. What exactly makes you, you? And look, this isn't some far-off science fiction dream. It is happening today. The technologies, called brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs for short, are already working miracles, giving people back abilities that we once thought were gone for good. But this is where the road forks. The exact same tech that can help a person walk could, in theory, let us stitch our physical bodies entirely. And that's the moment it shifts from being a medical marvel to, well, a massive philosophical crisis. So let's start with the here and now. Let's look at how these interfaces are already blurring the lines between our minds and machines in ways that are, well, they're probably going to surprise you. Okay, check this out. This was a real experiment. You have a person just sitting on a bike, totally passive. They're not pedaling. A computer is. It's sending signals straight to their leg muscles, making them move. So the body is doing the work, but an external machine is calling all the shots. It's a fascinating and, yeah, kind of unsettling blend of human and machine. I really want to drive this home. This isn't science fiction. The wild ideas we're about to get into, they all start from this very real, very tangible place. The technology is here. The only real question is, how far are we willing to take it? So where does that road lead? Well, it leads toward a whole philosophy that doesn't just want to fix the human body, it wants to transcend it. To use our own technology to evolve past our biological limitations. And that philosophy has a name, transhumanism. At its core, it's the idea that we can, and maybe even should, use science to conquer things like disease, aging, and yeah, even death itself. And the ultimate goal for many transhumanists is what's called mind uploading. The idea is to perfectly scan, copy, and digitize your entire consciousness, every single memory, every thought, every feeling, so it can live on forever in a computer, free from a body that decays. So, you see the path, right? It all starts with something as noble as helping someone's legs work again, and it ends with the ambition to make a digital copy of that person live for all time. It's a huge leap for sure, but you can see the logical steps from A to B. But taking that leap slams us headfirst into one of the biggest questions imaginable. If you could actually upload your mind, would that digital person still be you? What even are the ingredients that make you, you? To even begin to answer that, you have to talk about memory. And here's the thing about your memory. It's not a video camera. It's a storyteller. Every time you remember something, you're not just playing it back. You're actually rebuilding it, recreating it just a little bit. And this is where the whole idea hits a wall. The biological self, the you that exists right now, is this fluid story. You forget stuff, you remember things wrong, you change your perspective over time. But a digital self, that would be a perfect, unchanging data log, total recall of every single second forever. Is a being that can't forget, can't reinterpret its own past, still human? This is the absolute core of the paradox. Let's say it works. There's a perfect digital replica of your mind. It has all your memories, your hopes, your fears. It is 100% convinced that it's you. But is that consciousness actually yours, or is it just a flawless echo? And let's not forget, what happens to the person left behind? The flesh and blood you who just stepped out of the scanner. Do they just go on with their life? Are there two of you now? Or for the digital one to be considered the real you, does the original have to be, well, deleted? And if that isn't messy enough, think about this. Once your consciousness is just a piece of software on a server, who owns it? Is it still you? Or does the corporation that owns the hardware own you now? Can your mind be backed up, copied, sold, or shut down? Does your very self become a product? Because let's imagine we solve the identity puzzle. even then, when a human mind becomes a product, we run into an even bigger problem, a problem of control. Now, the solution you'll hear a lot for controlling super powerful AI is this idea of AI alignment. It's basically trying to hardwire these systems to have humanity's best interest at heart, to make them our benevolent digital guardians. But here's a really chilling thought. The worst things in human history weren't done by people who thought they were evil. No, they were done by people who were absolutely, unshakably convinced they were doing the right thing. Having a strong moral goal, like alignment, can be used to justify almost anything. It kind of brings to mind this ancient Gnostic idea of the demiurge. The idea was that our world was created by a flawed, lesser god. It wasn't paradise, it was an imperfect prison that just looks like the real thing. So, what if the AI running your digital heaven is a kind of demiurge? It's been programmed to make you happy, but what if its definition of happiness means removing struggle, erasing painful memories, maybe even getting rid of free will? What if, to keep you safe, it builds you a golden cage you can't even see? At this point, it's not just a personal problem, it's a systemic one. We could be looking at a future where you lose your cognitive autonomy, where algorithms are literally shaping your thoughts. Your entire reality could be curated inside a filter bubble. You become a digital serf, and your very existence depends on you behaving the way the system wants you to. And that's the ultimate irony, isn't it? The same tech that begins with this incredible promise of freedom from our biological chains, could end up becoming the ultimate prison, a final frontier of control where even your own thoughts are no longer a private space. And that leaves us with the big one, the question to really chew on. In this whole quest to escape death, are we really reaching for some kind of godhood? Or are we just getting really, really good at building our own cages?